in the hospital. It's a very sad situation. We're told of an account of the 3 ladies who were kidnapped, abducted as they were approaching a roadblock along Samora Machel. They tell us that they were taken to the police office, to the police custody at Central Police Station. They further tell us that they were taken from that police station at Harare Central. They were then taken for a long distance. They were taken across. In fact, they tell that they don't even know where they were taken because it was a long time. You know, when they got where they got, which is still unknown, they were thoroughly beaten, thoroughly assaulted, and even sexually abused. In fact, it's a very sad story. When you listen to them, they are traumatized. They can't even understand what further happened. These people had guns. These people were saying, why is it that you want to revolt against the government? They were also saying that we know that you are being sponsored as MDC to cause problems, and we want to fix you. Then that the police requested through our social welfare department that they want to be here because they want to try and make sure that people who are coming with other things that may poison these victims do not come in. I don't know what other reason they are here for, but that's what at least they told us. But what is shocking is that the police spokesperson confirmed that they had arrested these people, then they denied. It's the same trend, the same pattern. The biggest problem in our country is dishonest and lies. People who lie through their teeth when they know that they've done something. And this, you can see the signature of my brother, Idi Mnangagwa. That is his tactic. Crocodile marks, crocodile footsteps. We can see the traces of that crocodile in this.
Also, the police did indicate that they wanted the 3 to appear or to present themselves to the police with their lawyers. Are they under arrest? That's my question. Are they under arrest? Are they free? What is the position following the demonstration that they will?
Well, I'm not the police spokesperson. I wish I could give you the position. I can only speak on behalf of the victims as their leader because they've given me a narrative. Something that I can only do at the moment is to say their state is totally deplorable. Very sad. They are totally and thoroughly tortured. We have all been victims. My predecessor, Dr. Richard Morgan Tsvangirai, suffered torture several times. You remember when I was at the airport the other time, how I was nearly killed in that abduction and that attack at the airport. And many more. Many of your comrades you are seeing here, they've been subjected to the same terror. There has to be a high cost. And this cost must be at the doorstep of Mr. Mnangagwa because he is the man who is presiding over the affairs of this country at this juncture. And he must be accountable, he must be responsible. We refuse to agree with this notion that people are faking abductions. The kind of suffering that they've gone through is not something that one would want to fake. You can't fake this kind of pain, no matter how much money you would have gotten. This is sad. Totally unacceptable. But the time is coming to stop it.
There's been allegations by some out there that the MDC leadership takes the time to be in solidarity with such victims.
How else would you want us to be in solidarity when we don't even know where they are? We actually didn't know where they were. We had to go to all the police stations through the Zimbabwe Lawyers for Human Rights, the Zimbabwe Doctors for Human Rights. We even on our own had to do our best in the social welfare department. We had to do the best under the circumstances.